Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is Polymer Concepts Advanced Slant Coil Spring Energized Seal, and why you should use a spring energized seal with the slant coil on it. There are two reasons why you'd want to use Advanced Slant Coil Spring Energized Seal. One is friction. We can achieve a real low constant friction over the life of this seal. The second one is what we call stackable tolerances. So if your stack up has large tolerances in the seal, the slant coil will allow to overcome that, and so you get good performance settings, whereas other spring energizers do not have a big compression zone to work with and so won't seal. So how does the slant coil work? As you can see right here, you can compress it, and you see that's as it compresses goes down. What's really happening, if you look at the end shot here, is these coils are actually slanting over, and that's what gives us the beautiful spring load, nearly constant across the working deflection. So many years ago, when I was a design engineer, I was exposed to the spring energized seal, and I had a particular aircraft application where I needed to seal and I needed to get 1 million cycles. So we used the slant coil spring energized seal, and it achieved all those. I passed qualification. We got over 1 million cycles before you have to replace the seal, which was really, really good. A lot of other spring energizers won't get that. One of our focuses on is meeting customer expectations and customer needs. We can get you a proposal within 5 business days. Most of the time, it's in 2 to 3 business days. And prototypes, we can ship you a prototype within 4 weeks. So one of the great unique things about our technology is we use PTFE, also known as Teflon, spring energized seals. These work really, really well in dry, gaseous environments where you don't have any other lubrication. Okay, so what we're going to show here is the 3 different spring energizers we use in spring energized seals. Force, deflection. So the first one's a helical spring. Its cross sections is nice and round, and you can see it's got a very, very high load. The second one we use is a V-spring, also called a cantilever spring, and you can see the load is not quite as high. And the third one, it's a little bit more unique, is what we call advanced slant coil spring. And over here, you can see at the very first part of the working deflection, it's got a pretty high load. And then over here, you see it's nearly constant. And after we get outside that working deflection on the other side, you see the load start going back up again. And that's because what happens with those springs is the coils butt together, and that's what drives that force up so high. So if you think your application has a need for this type of seal technology, please reach out to us at Polymer Concepts.